Just because you're curious about living in Denver, Colorado, doesn't exactly mean you're trying to buy right in the center of the city. If you're coming to this part of the state for work, fun, or fresh start, moving to a city doesn't always mean moving into a city. So let me introduce you to one of Denver's western suburbs, and that's Arvada. It's one of the more built up suburbs of Denver, provides easy access into the city, as well as a good spread of affordable and luxury properties, and an ability to slip away and get out into the Front Range. Let's dive in and see what Arvada is like, and whether it's a good choice for you. So let's first get a better idea of what Arvada looks like. As I mentioned before, Arvada sits on the western side of Denver, just a bit north too. It is a very built up suburb with a total population of just over 120,000 residents, and it's boxed in between Westminster to the north and Wheat Ridge to the south. Within the town limits itself, most of Arvada is overwhelmingly residential, especially the further east you go. You'll find a few commercial sections scattered towards the southern end of the suburb, especially as you're nearing I-70. The only real transition here is when you move out west closer to the mountains. Out there, Arvada provides some recreational locations, and the overall aesthetic transitions to open spaces that are very common along the Front Range, this close to the mountains. But basically everything east of this is neighborhoods. So the next thing to talk about now is the cost of living. Of course, if you're looking at any places near Denver, Colorado right now, let's cut to the chase. Markets are harder now than years before. Home prices are high, and optimizing affordability is a top factor on everyone's list. It's no secret that Denver, Colorado has a higher price point compared to the national average. It's sitting right now at around $590,000 across the board. Single family homes though are up around $670,000. Now Arvada keeps with these numbers. At the time of this video, the median price for single family homes is $690,000 with an expected median size of 2,600 square feet. For townhomes and condos, the median price is just around $480,000 with an expected size of around 1,350 square feet. Of course, this is going to be across the entire suburb, but if we look at individual sides of the town, we'll get a better idea of the spread. So if we look towards the eastern side of Arvada, the homes here are going to be more or less older. Not a ton of new construction either, so expect properties to be priced around the $600,000 to $700,000 range. However, one thing I want to stress, at least right now, is that I've seen a ton of properties in Arvada that have been totally renovated on the inside, and a few on the exterior. These homes have been built in the 70s and 80s, but that doesn't mean they're going to have 70s interiors. You can most definitely find a home here in the 2,000 to 2,400 square foot range, priced at $550,000 to $625,000. Obviously, I want to stress this is the market at the time of this video. If it's a few months down the road and you're curious what the market is like now, then reach out to me. My information is pinned below. Shoot me an email request and I'll send you those numbers. Now, as we go to the middle of the suburb, I will say it's a lot of the same expectations price-wise. Expect to see many homes in the $650,000 to $750,000 range. Again, older homes, a lot of renovations. But also, depending on the neighborhoods here, there are some $1 million price homes too. Although I will say that's not that common. They seem to be sprinkled in here and there. And of course, there are specific neighborhoods here from the $900,000 to $1.1 million range. But these homes are going to have large square footage. Think 4,000 plus. Now, something you'll observe if you look at the market yourself is that the farther west you go, the general price increases. The properties get larger, the lots get larger, and thus the prices get higher. Generally too, the homes here are a lot newer. Expect properties on the western side of Arvada to be in the $1 million plus range, and only the really big luxury homes could be $2 million plus. The latter is not that common though. In all, there is a sizable spread on home values here. Again, a lot of the more affordable homes, keeping with the median price, are found in the middle and eastern sides of the suburb. But if you're looking for larger properties with a bit more space, push west. So now let's take a look at some of the things to do and places to visit. Now, to set expectations, I did say that Arvada is mostly neighborhoods, but there are some locations within the suburb to go and see. Let's start more local and branch out. First is to visit Old Town Arvada. This is located on the southeastern side of the suburb and is a wonderful place to go and walk around to get a feel of the original part of town. Arvada was settled in 1859, so there's a hint of 19th century Colorado history here. It's a lovely spot spot to grab a bite to eat, but also to enjoy some of the local breweries, even a winery. If you're unaware, Colorado is home to over 440 breweries. Most are in the greater Denver area, and Old Town provides you with a few of them. It's a fantastic spot to go and see the blend of Denver's history with a new modern look. Now branching out a bit and transitioning over to athletics. A few spots worth mentioning are the Harold D. Lutz and Stenger Sports complexes on the south side of Arvada. There are of course a lot of local parks mixed in and around the neighborhoods here, but if you're a fan of golf, Arvada has two worth mentioning. You have the Indian Tree Golf Club on the eastern side of the city, and then the Westwoods Golf Club on the western side. The latter, I will argue, provides the better views of the Front Range, not to mention of North Table Mountain to the south, which is a large geological structure that makes up one of the two mountains, secluding the town of Golden from the rest of Denver. Another great suburb. You should definitely check out my videos on Golden next. But focusing back on Arvada here, you can also go and enjoy the Two Ponds National Wildlife Refuge in the northern side of the suburb. This location is clearly designated for habitat preservation, but also provides Arvadans a local opportunity to create some space from daily life, especially daily suburban life, and get out into nature. Of course, being on the western side of Denver and close to the Front Range, getting out into nature is easy. A lot of the Front Range is perfect for outdoor activities. I won't get into too much detail in this video for the sake of time, but due to Arvada's location, if you're an avid hiker or outdoor enthusiast, you have an ability to live close to Denver, but also an effortless access to the beautiful outdoor locations along and inside the Front Range. I covered that in a lot more videos, so check them out. And so Arvada can be a terrific and affordable location if you're looking for suburbs in and around Denver. But of course, I recommend searching as many places as possible first, so you can be sure you're choosing the right spot. So to help in this search, I recommend checking out my videos on a few other local suburbs. Both still offer all the best of the Front Range and can make for excellent places to call home. I think you'll find these suburbs interesting. This is Life on the Front Range. I'll see you there.